Okay.
So the question again was,
Why do you think many of the teachers initially thought Brian should be in special education, and what factors do you think are responsible for his progress? Any thoughts about the first one?
Well, the first question is he had such a difficult background, so it makes it's just easier to automatically assume he won't do well because of his background.
Like a stereotype, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
he was also performing really low in what are the 3 categories? He wasn't able to name any letters.
Mm-hmm.
Or any sounds,
And he
Or
wasn't able to
blend.
put them,
put them together at all either.
They
It's the
also
same thing.
mentioned, they said, how could he do well with his medications for ADHD?
Oh, yeah, and to help with
How could
stress
anyone
and-
possibly?
Yeah, I think they were
It's really
so
interesting how
so focused on like the disability, which we're told not to do ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're like drilled that in our minds. I thought it was interesting that they did that in that example. But
Very true.
That's
Yeah.
another good point.
that was like the main focus initially was,
yeah,
oh, he has this disability, how can he even overcome that?
yeah.
Do you guys remember what teachers were focused on that? Was it the special educators and?
I think
Anyone
it
else?
was just general
Teachers.
ed.
Just
He
Yeah.
wasn't in special ed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying he should be.
From the
because he
beginning,
was so
yeah.
I don't think he ever was put in special ed, was he?
He was in like
bad. I
tier
think
Well,
he
three,
was
but-
in
but
really
but-
strong tier 3. but
Yeah.
that was
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
perfect.
I just remember they said that they thought he should have started in special ed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you don't
nice.
start in special ed.
You're right. Cool. What factors do you think are responsible for his progress?
Seemed like they said the young paraeducator that came in was perky and really motivating and probably had or saw the potential in him and encouraged him more, and he probably could sense that too. That's my guess.
And I thought it was interesting that they taught the same curriculum, just a different way, because it just said they were more motivating, perky, extensive practice, but it was like the same thing that they were learning before, so I thought that was interesting.
I think AMD may have said it before, but like the individualized aspect of it, kind of what you're talking about, I think it's important to focus on the student and their needs when creating lessons and anything like that. So I think that they did a good job with that.
I think they also mentioned that like they had started a new program and it was this like fad way of teaching reading, and I think it was like in the first little bit of it, and they were like, well, why isn't this working for Brian? It's working for everybody else.
True.
And so I thought that was interesting, like the fad way of teaching reading wasn't working for him, so they automatically was just like, oh well.
Just assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that once they personalized it for him, he actually started to improve.
Yeah.
I really liked what Ashley you said earlier with like motivation, like the paraeducator. Like, I think if we believe in the students, they're gonna improve much better than like if we've given up basically, like they initially did. So I liked that comment.
Yeah, because in the end it said that they realized that they need to start teaching students as if they can read and can, like just assume they will be able to read.
That if he could read,
Yeah.
anyone
Yeah,
could.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Any other thoughts?
Nope, that's
Yay! Okay, so number 6 says post a video and digital dialogue describing how each of the 4 processors are used by a reader when they encounter the word serendipity. All group members should be visible in the video. Yay. Okay. So,
So
On to the first one.
What was the question one more time? It's orthographics, the first one.
Yeah.
orthographic processor. So how would a student encounter the word serendipity
With
using the
orthograph.
orthographic processor?
They'd be able to see it, kind of like with spelling, but be able to know it's S-E-R-E-N and recognize the letters,
recognize the individual letters.
the
Yeah.
individual letters.
Perfect. And phonological processor?
Let's do that
Logical
one.
is the sounds of the words. So, how would you say it? Just
Eh,
and
eh.
it's long.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing the individual sounds of the
Yeah, as opposed to like the
serendipity.
yeah.
It's so I don't even feel like doing it.
It's too long.
Okay. So the meaning is basically just the definition, and we found out that the definition is something happening by chance in a happy way.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
sounds good.
Everyone agree with
Just
that?
like Jacob's example.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, do you want me to say it?
And Jacob has a perfect context example.
It's like when you see the girl of your dreams just by chance, and it makes you very happy. And you get in a relationship, of course, so that's like how it's the serendipity.
But it happened by
Yes.
chance.
Yes, it happened by
By
chance.
So in a student who's using their context processor,
When we
May-
cite that
they think
example.
about their dream human walking by.
A dream
In
human.
kindergarten, I had crushes. So it could be like I happened chance to run into my crush,
And it's
Yes.
happy.
and it's happy.
Or their mom happened to make their favorite snack that they wanted that day.
Oh.
That's probably gonna fit much better for you.
Yeah, that was a lot
Kindergarten,
better.
dude.
Instead
man.
of college dreams.
Snacks, gross.
I mean, everybody gets engaged when they're in kindergarten and married and all that.
It's
but
true.
Yeah.
First kiss.
First love.
But with like the fourth part, it is to that they initially think of how it fits and actually relates to their life and how they've seen that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Their schema.
okay.
Brings knowledge to bear on understanding the meaning of the word.
Yep.
That was the context.
Yep.
Any other
That's
examples
it.
or?